Hello, everybody. I'll be with you in just a few seconds. Track from scratch using, can you believe this? FL Studio. First time ever. I have never used FL Studio. As you know, I'm an Ableton Live kind of guy, but today I'm well, it's been this week, to be honest. I've been using FL Studio, and well, I'm going to tell you my little journey here. So, hello everybody. Welcome to this beautiful evening here in my studio. Track from scratch using FL Studio. But I want to first tell you a little bit of my story just this last week. Not my story, but just kind of what I've been learning or what I've been up to as far as FL Studio. So if you are a beat maker, if you are all about beat making, you know that one of the most popular DAWs or software is FL Studio, Fruity Loops. And I think that it's been around forever. I remember hearing about it forever, but definitely not as much as I've heard about it recently. And so there is FL Studio 12, which I believe came out in 2015. And then I think just last year, 2018, FL 20 came out. And so I have FL 20 and I love it. I don't know anything about it yet. I know maybe 10% of it. I've been watching a ton of videos, but it's very different than Ableton. Now, before I get into the actual beat that I'm making, let me tell you a little bit about my DAW process, meaning where did I start? What am I using? What have I been using? And what am I going to do moving forward? So, as I've said before, I started on Ableton Live about 10 years ago. Well, maybe I started on ProTools 10, 12 years ago. Maybe even longer. Let's say 20 years ago, I started on ProTools. Then I quickly moved to Ableton Live because I bought my first M-Box 15, 20 years ago. And so Ableton, I think, was one of the first companies that sold interfaces. And then, of course, they packaged their Ableton Live. I think it was version 6. It was the first version that I got. And I loved it from the beginning. Now, they were nowhere near as powerful as far as beat making as they are now. But, you know, I think they're German, right? I think it's a German company or a Swedish company. So, meaning it's like way up there as far as advanced and powerful and a beautiful UI and all the rest. And it's only gotten better. Now, as the name describes, Ableton Live was primarily used by MCs, I believe, to play live. And then as far as my little world, worship leaders or probably the drummers began to use live to use tracks alongside of worship music. Maybe this was 10 years ago. Anyway, then I got into podcasting and all the rest about 10 years ago. So I moved to GarageBand just to record audio. And then, of course, I began to live stream, which then I got away from beat making or music making. I mean, I did record a CD in 2013 using Pro Tools. But as far as production, I mostly began to use GarageBand just for podcasting. And then, of course, OBS and blah, blah, for live streaming, cameras and all this stuff. Now, about a year ago, I saw all this rage about making beats using MIDI keyboards, which I've always had from my M-Box days 15, 20 years ago. And then, of course, just with the advent and the rise of amazing hip-hop music and trap music and all the rest, of course, EDM. And then with how inexpensive these tools are, then I got back into beat making and I started using Ableton Live. Now, all along these last 20 years, I've used Reason. I never used Logic Pro. As I said, I did GarageBand, but mostly to record audio, not to really make beats. And so Logic Pro, even though I have it, it's like, I can't get into it. It's just too close to GarageBand. I tried, but I just don't like it. I love Ableton Live. Now, a month ago, I began to read and hear about Reaper. I know it sounds like a weird name, but Reaper has been around also for a long time. And talk about engineers and techie. I think the guy that made it, is he from California or Texas? I don't know. I saw the interview with the guy. You can tell he's like a total just nerdy guy, but super intelligent. I love Reaper, but it has way too many options. But honestly, I love it. I love Reaper because it is so techie and engineering. I love that stuff, I guess, if you haven't noticed. I love techie stuff. Stuff that you can manipulate and kind of like OBS. You know, I love OBS because of that. Anyway, long story short, so then watching all these videos, kids especially using FL Studio, I was kind of, I don't need that. I mean, come on, FL versus Ableton. Ableton rules, right? And Ableton does rule. I still think it's my #1 DAW, I think. But then I downloaded FL Studio, got the demo, got a hold of it. I've been playing with it the last 3-4 days. I love the thing. I know nothing about it, but I love it. I think it's just unbelievable. No surprise to probably most producers out there that you guys are all like, duh, right? Because most young people, and because it's inexpensive, although looking at the pricing, it's not that cheap. I mean, if you get I got the cheapest version, but I mean, it can get up there like, it can get up to $900. So that's, anyway, so it's not cheap exactly, but I thought it was cheaper. But anyway, it definitely is the most popular DAW, I think, among beat makers. Not exclusively. A lot of beat makers like myself love Ableton. Some use Logic Pro. I think the top ones that I see being used on YouTube are Ableton Live, Fruity Loops or FL Studio, and Logic Pro. Those are the top 3 that I see. Probably 60% use FL, 30% use Ableton, and 10% use Logic Pro. That's my guess. Anyway, so with all that said, here is... Whoops, sorry about that. That's what happens when you're trying to relax way too much, when you should just sit up and actually do something here. Let me just see if I can move around a little bit more, or less, I guess. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me show you kind of what I have here. Hold on, let me not cut out my head here too much. See if I can. Let's see what I can do here for us. So make this a little bit smaller so that you can see this beautiful window up there. Isn't that beautiful? My goodness. I mean, not only is FL very, I don't know, intuitive and blah, blah, but it just looks pretty. And I mean, goodness, I really love all the little, what do you call those? Little, what are those called? My goodness. Like when you delete something, it looks like it's disappearing magically. All those special effects, I guess, is that what they're called? I love them. They're so fun. Because Ableton is made by engineers, I think German engineers. There's no fun to Ableton Live. It's super powerful and super amazing. Hold on. But Ableton doesn't have any of those fun little features that FL Studio. So leave me a comment below if you're watching me anywhere on Twitch or on... I love Twitch, by the way, so if you're watching me on Twitch, shout out to you. I love Twitch. I don't game, but I just love Twitch, and I love YouTube. Probably my 2 favorite platforms are Twitch and YouTube. I can't stand Facebook. I can't stand Instagram. I don't do Twitter, but I do like Periscope because, I don't know, it's so focused on just live stuff. But anyway, Twitch, I love it, and I love YouTube. So let's get into a little bit of FL Studio. So here it is. I mean, you've seen it, but let me just play this for you. I think you can hear this. No, you can't hear that. Okay, let me see why you cannot hear that. Let me just check the properties here. Let's see, why can't you hear that? Oh, I bet because I have to set FL Studio to be... I have no idea how to do this. Let's see, audio settings, right? Built-in audio, output, input, built-in. Okay, I need to use Sunflower. Will that do it? Let's see here. No, I need to, you know what I need to use? I need to use multi-output device. Yeah. Headphones. Yeah, this is where I'm not sure again, as I said, I'm not well versed on this, so audio, okay, yeah, so I'm gonna use here, I wanna use a multi-output, okay, so here we go, I think that'll do it. Yeah, okay, let's see. You hearing that? Great, okay, perfect, awesome, okay. Leave me a comment below, by the way, if you love FL Studio. Now, what I'm showing you here is not the sound of it. You have to know, right? All of these DAWs, they all sound amazing. And they all sound the same. My beautiful wife, she's been, you know, she's so loving. She's like, so tell me about Reaper, or is it Steeper? Or, you know, we laugh about that. But anyway, she's not a techie person, but she loves me so much. She listens to me all the time with all this stuff. Anyway, she said, oh, that beat sounds different. Is that because you're using Reaper? And I said, no, all these DAWs, they all sound the same. What? Meaning, because it's about your plugins and your sounds and your drum packs, not the DAW itself, at least from what I can tell. I could be wrong, but from what I can tell, it doesn't matter what you use, Logic Pro or whatever, it's going to sound amazing because your samples are amazing and your tools are amazing and all that stuff. Now, what I can say is that Ableton has amazing stock plugins and effects and all the rest. Incredible stuff, like super heavy duty stuff. Reaper, I think they call their built-in stuff cuckoo, cuckoos, Cocoa Puffs. And so just by that mere fact that it's called cuckoos, you know it can be good, right? Now, FL Studio, from what I'm gathering, I haven't tried all of their stock stuff, but just from watching guys like Cash Money AP, beat making, beats.com, I don't know, whatever that guy is, and all these other guys that use FL, Nick Mira, the guy from Internet Money, or is he from Cash Money AP? I think it's from Cash Money. But anyway, watching these guys, I've watched them a million times, and they all use mostly FL Studio. It seems like FL has some pretty powerful stock plugins, which is important because, I don't know, they're easier on the CPU. You know, using built-in stuff is faster than bringing in LFO tool or Valhalla Reverb. Now, a problem that I'm going to have, that I've been having with FL, and I'm not going to call it switching to FL. I'm not switching. I am 80% certain I'm going to stay with Ableton. But the reason why I like switching around to different DAWs is because you're learning something new. It's just fun. Plus, it kind of makes you think on your feet again. So I love that part. Anyway, so I'm 80%, 70%, 60% sure that I'm going to stay with Ableton. But I love FL so far. The colors, I just love it. I do. And I love, as I said, all their little effects. Okay, so let me play this once again. Awesomeness. Okay, now let me show you what I know so far. Okay, so from my limited knowledge, we're talking about 10 hours versus 10,000 hours on Ableton, 10 hours on Fruity Loops FL. Here's what I've learned. Okay, all these, I think these are all stock plugins, transistor bass. These are their, not only plugins, but their sounds, like their instruments. You know, like if you're familiar with Ableton, they have built-in instruments like, now I'm gonna forget them all. I don't even know, I remember right now their built-in instruments. I can think of their built-in plugins, but instruments are things like, oh yeah, operator, wavetable. They have maybe like 6 or 7, maybe 10 pretty amazing instruments where you don't have to use Serum or Massive. You can make your own wave or saw oscillator, whatever they're called, sounds, and be up and running in no time. But anyway, so these, I believe, I'm pretty sure these are the built-in instruments. So this is the bass. Okay, so well, while I'm showing you here, let me try to plug my keyboard in, not plug it in, but make it work. So MIDI settings, microstation, and what you have to do is press this guy, send master sync. Now, again, look at this finger thing. I love that. I mean, I know it's silly. You know how the arrow turns into a finger and it's like a long finger? I love it. I don't know. I just love it. Ableton, why don't you do things like that? Okay, there it is. See? Look at that. How easy was that? Now, I don't have to even use the whatever. This is the Korg microstation. Excuse me, Korg microcontrol. Close enough. They say just use whatever's closest to your thing. Yeah, see, that works. So that's easy, which is great. I mean, in Ableton, and Macs are just this way, but Ableton is just as easy. Although I would say that might have been even easier. Audio, multi-output, that's awesome. Input, I think we're good. Okay, so it's all working. So now, what is this that I'm hearing? No idea. It says mastery here. Is it the bass? Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know how you can tell. I don't see anything moving except this mixer down here. And that says what? Bass A? So, okay, that's bass A. So I would imagine this is bass A. Now, is it bass B? No, it's not bass B. It's just bass A. So let's play it again. So there's crash, obviously, right? Okay, so before I keep playing this, let me just show you what I know so far. You might already know FL Studio, so you're like, okay, this is dumb. But this is for someone who has never seen FL Studio, who doesn't know FL Studio, so this is not even a tutorial, because I don't even know this, but this is more of like a, let's say, unboxing, okay, of FL Studio. So this is the transistor bass. I believe this is a built-in bass instrument. And it seems here, demo projects. Okay, so that's just a demo project. But now let's look around here. Plugin database, these are plugins. Plugin presets. I think generators, yeah. I think generators is what they call their instruments. So this is called transistor bass. And see, there it is. See, so Wave Traveler. So yes, as expected, these are their built-in, FL's built-in instruments. And look how much they have. A drum pad, I have no idea what that is. Is that here somewhere? Now, I don't even know if you double click on this, does it show up like one of these things? Let's see. Ogun Mini Synth. See, it doesn't. See, so that's weird. Default. See, like, this is part of what FL, I don't know why they do this, but in Ableton, if you double click on something, it shows up. Here, it doesn't seem to do that. Like, I'm double clicking on it and it's not showing up anywhere. And if it is, I don't know where it is. Now, what I have learned is if I double click or right click or whatever, and I open it, yeah, no, that's just there. Yeah, that's nice. The Finder. Manage plugin. See, I really don't know. I really don't know. Default. See, okay, that's what I thought. Because I've played with this, not with this particular plugin, but with some of these things. And if you, I guess now it's on default, open a new channel. See, if I do that, from what I learned a little bit ago, it puts that instrument in the This is the mixer down here, not the mixer. In something else. I forget what it's called. The something or the other. I think it's, no, it's not that thing. That's the, I don't know what that is. This is the mixer down here. These are, as I said, built-in instruments. Transient processor, that's obviously a plugin, not an instrument. This is an instrument, or what they're calling here generators. This here, I don't know what this is called. And there is this thing here. Is it this one? No. This one? Yeah. There it is. This is, they call this a channel rack. And I love this thing. This thing is genius. I wish Ableton had a channel rack. It doesn't. No one can tell me it does, because I've been using Ableton for years and it doesn't. Things I wish Ableton had: a mixer. Reaper has a mixer. Does Ableton have a mixer? I don't even remember. I don't think it has a mixer. You mix it. Man, it's funny how I can't even remember what Ableton looks like right now. Man. But if it does, it's not this. It's not about the look. It's about the functionality. Now, yes, Ableton does have pop-up instruments, so that's awesome. Although they usually tend to put them all in the same place, like at the bottom. I don't, probably the thing I don't like most about Ableton is that it puts all of these instruments like transistor bass at the bottom. And they're locked in. I don't think you can put, you know, like here you can move this around. You can't do that with Ableton. They're all down at the bottom, which is not bad. But there are some things I wish I could manipulate within Ableton. Like move, you know, look at this. You can move this clap here thing. I love that. Yes, I do, because I just do it. Or you can just obviously close it. So anyway, back to the channel rack. This is a channel rack. This down here, as I said, is a mixer, and it has all these names. And then, so I'm going to, and then all this up here, as you can tell, is where all of these icons are found, and you click them and you hide them or not. So that's the mixer. So that's obviously what that's doing. This is hiding the channel rack, so that's great. Let's hide that. This, I love this thing as well. Ableton has this, but it's not a pop-up, and it's not like this big like this. It starts small, and you have to, this is, you know, it's almost like FL. I don't know if this is true. If you know FL, please let me know if this is true or not. It's almost like they built this thing with this kind of production in mind. Whereas Ableton, I think they were going A, and then they, which is great, they pivoted towards beat making, or I don't know, this, not live stuff, but more production, kind of on the fly. And they did an amazing job, but FL, it's almost like they built it with a producer in mind, is my read. Because this window is genius. I love this window because you can just do this. And then you can delete things. Look at that. Don't you love the little special effects? Don't you love? I love that little pencil and how it just blinks. Ableton doesn't do it that way. Not this nice, not this cool either. I like cool. Who does? Okay, so that's the channel rack. This is the, what is this called? Piano roll. Funky name, piano roll. But anyway, this, okay, what is this called? I don't know what this is called. Arrangement. Okay, that's called the arrangement. Let's arrange, Paul Ryan says. So yeah, this Ableton does this really well, which they call, I think they also call it the arrangement view versus the session view. I would say Ableton does this arrangement view incredibly well. And so great, right? I mean, that's good. Now I'm going to, I guess, close transistor bass. I don't know why I did that. I like the little thing I just had there. But anyway, so transistor bass. See, now, I don't know how to, do I just drag it? No, why not? Why can't you just drag it? What's that box? I don't know. Expand? I don't want to expand it, right? Open it? No, I don't want to do that. All right. I want to, how do I put it back up here? I don't know. See, these are some of the things that I don't know how to do. Empty. Send to selected, delete, add to plugin database, flag is open a new channel. No, I want to put it up here again. How do I do that? I have no idea. See, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. You can't just drag it. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you drag the default. Okay, great. So what's the sequence? In fact, can you drag this? Transistor bass. Okay. Okay. So that's how you do it. Okay. Good. I had no idea. That seems very intuitive and very easy. Okay. Great. So you just have to open it and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Great. Now, excuse me. I think I had, is that a mute button I had on, I hope? Let's see. Okay, good. So, oh yeah, let me see your comment there, bro. Let's see. Just cooked up a song with a big rapper named Gosh, can I send you? Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. Head to toes, Zoot. Yes. Just send it to Trig at davidtrig.com. Let me write that in here, bro. No problem. Love to listen to it. And send me any of your beats too. I'd love to listen to them and or use them for any of my beats and etc. So let me just type in here that info so you can have it. Let's see here. Let me just type this right here. My email. Actually, let me not do that one because I'm using that one for some other thing. Boom, 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 boom. Why is that the same thing? I don't know. Text to because it is. Trig at davidtrig.com. That's super easy. Okay, trig at davidtrig.com. But I just want to put that on here because I'm silly. How do I delete this thing? No, that's how you do it. Suddenly I'm forgetting. You know, you get so many things in your head. Like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's see. What does this one say? Okay, great. This is the one I wanted. Okay. Put this up here. And let me type in that email there, which is a waste of time. But oh well. I like to waste time. Who doesn't? All right. Trigger.com. You can send me your beats there. Okay. Thanks so much. Head to toes. Perfect. I'd love to hear it. Absolutely. So that is, by the way, do you use FL? I'm sure you do. Big rapper named Gashi. Can I send you then release? Yeah, yeah, of course. So hopefully, my guess is you're using FL or using Ableton. What are you using? All right. So that is all well and good. Let's see. How do I move over here so you can see me a little bit better? Kind of off center there. There we go. All right, so let's continue with the show and tell here, unboxing. So that's the transistor bass. Ah, it's like an ARP thing. Okay, well that's good. Okay, you know what? Let's put it back on there. Why not? Empty. Okay, so now when you double click on something here on FL, then it gives you the piano roll, as they call it, which I love. So now, what did I click on? What was it? Drums. Okay, got it. So that must be at the piano roll, right? For the attack kicks. Now, what are these little icons? These are kind of cute. Now, that's how you mute things. And then you, yeah, okay. So you right click to mute or to solo. And then you click once and you mute it. So that's pretty awesome. So here is that's what they call, now the way that FL does it, from what I was learning, is they do patterns. So here, I guess, let's see, I guess all these are patterns. See here it says pattern 1, drums, all these things. I believe, well, that's obviously a pattern. And then the other ones are sounds. I don't think they're patterns. So now, I don't know the difference between, yeah, I don't know what any of that stuff is. Now, I don't know what this and these are not the same, right? Drums, bass, no. It seems like these are, I don't know, the basics, and then this is how they use these. So I'm not really sure. But this is the drum pattern here. So that's great. That's obviously all the same pattern, and then it's going to change right to the 16ths there, or the 30 seconds. Now notice how it's still using, it's building upon it. It's not really, it's not deleting it obviously. So now here is Now let's solo this, right? Let it solo. You know where I learned how, I think I've learned this, is meaning what's all in a pattern is, I think it's the, what do they call it? The, not the mixer, this thing, the channel rack, yeah. So the channel rack, now this is drums 4, see? So pattern 1, channel rack. Okay, so this is what I've learned here. So this is very interesting. Now, pattern 1, it has nothing. It has all these ghost notes, but what's actually in pattern 1? Nothing from what I can tell, right? I don't see anything that's actually lit up. So that must not be pattern 1. So pattern 1, is it used anywhere? I don't know. This is not pattern 1. So maybe pattern 1 is just, I don't know, something else. Drums. What's drums besides this? I'm not sure. Is there anything? Double click? No, there's nothing. So these are like some, oh, there's something. Excuse me. So this is something, drums, right? So there's a metronome up there, by the way. Yeah. So this up here, pattern, I think that's pattern, P-A-T. That's just playing this particular sound, and then where a song plays a whole song. So that's good. I like that. So let me go back to the comments, see if Head to Toes is, I hope you got that email. Let me check the email really quick just to make sure. See if it came through, Head to Toes. Okay, I don't have anything. Okay, that is all good. Okay, so I was showing you this. Okay, so drums pattern. Okay, so pattern. Oh, okay, so it does have a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, that's the whole piano thing. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Ooh, I like a nice chord there. You know what's fun about knowing music, and I'm no expert, but I've studied it plenty. You can hear the positions of the chords, like the 1, the 5, the 2. Well, that's the minor 1. What is this, in C minor? C, D sharp, G? Yeah, C minor. Yeah, it's in C minor. The song is C minor. Now, I don't know what I'm playing through there. Like, what instrument am I playing? No idea. It has some reverb, obviously. Some delay. No clue how. But that's what I'm trying to find out, is how to do all that. So, how to do all of that. Okay, so we know that this pattern has a lot of great stuff. It has, pattern 1 is the piano. I don't know where this is on here. Somewhere, right? Whoa. It says grand piano, so pattern 1 is the grand piano. Right, there it is, yeah. Now, as far as effects, if I click on here, okay, so this is the actual instrument called grand piano, right? And then it has, I don't know if, this must be what it's choosing, right? FL1? Is that different? I don't know. Is it using all of these effects, delay and stuff? I think so, huh? I think it is. Reverb, yeah. Using all this. Imagine line max 8 native instruments. So I have no idea. I mean, I know what native instrument is, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Is it using FM8? I don't know. Or is that just what I have? I mean, I know I have all these plugins, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Browse. Yeah, that's nice. It's browsing. I think those just must be direct wave folders options. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Imagine line FL Studio max 8. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are just options like it says on there. So anyway, so this is the piano. Yeah, it sounds great. Now, what other effects are on here? I don't know. A piano roll, that's just this. That's not going to show me any effects. It's great. I don't know how to record this in here yet, I don't think. I know you press record, but then I'm not sure anyway. So that's that. I don't see it on here. Is this a piano here? I think that's what it is, right? This here? Okay, let's play the song. I think you can. Yeah, it's lower. It's here. That's the same thing, but it's lower. It's brought down like 3 semitones there. It's piano 2, see? That's great. Is there any other piano? I don't see any other piano, right? Piano filter. Let's see, what is that? That's just, it says here, love filter, insert modulation X. So I'm not familiar with having the filters be on a separate track or whatever this is. What is this again? I don't know what this is called. The arrangement, yeah. So and then the automation is on a separate track versus in Ableton you have it all within the same track. So I'm not sure. Obviously that's different. Yeah. Now this is not in C minor anymore. What is this? E? Is that an A? C? C, A, E, C, E. So it's still a C minor, it's just inverted, right? I think. No, it's not. It's a different chord. Now let me play the pattern. It's not playing this, is it? Different than that other thing that we were playing. Definitely. Now this is something I don't know. Oh, okay. That's what it is. How do I, there it is. Obviously that's just the bass, right? Bass with this kind of here. Yeah, crashes, and the piano starts right here. Dope, man. It's a kid say pattern. So good. Okay, well, as you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is how you learn, right? Just by now, I know when you press up here, you can then. Yeah, I know what that does. So, for example, if you click on drums and then you go down here and you see how this cool. I love that little brush tool. If you click on that, it gives you a drum pattern. Let's solo this. Watch. Song. Song, I said. See? Isn't that awesome? You just bring in that pattern into this arrangement view. I love that. Say, I want to do it here. Look at that. There it is. And then to delete it, you use, oh my goodness. I love that. I'm so easily entertained, I'm telling you. Okay. So, I'm lost. I mean, I'm not, but I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. So that's okay. It's just fun to learn. And that's just how we learn. And so we're just learning. Okay. Let's continue here. So now, what is this? This is like, I don't know what this is. Let's delete. I don't want to delete anything. I don't know what this is. Like this window. What is this here? I don't know. I don't know what these are. I'm not sure. Obviously, they're the, let's just call them the pattern slash instruments. Then you use them in here. Drums, drums 4, I don't know. That's a pattern. Drums 2 is, I think, here somewhere, right? Drums 3, yeah, up here 2. Drums 2 in red, that must be here, this one. So grand piano, I think that's this one, right? So these are instruments and patterns, and then I don't know what these are. I guess this is where you actually put them into the arrangement. So now I don't mind that, but then like where is this pattern used? Like this pattern. So let's say I go here, right click on this keyboard, and then I press pattern, and I press here. Oh yeah, that's the piano, right? So let's solo this. That's a different piano than the other one, isn't it? Yeah. I love that. Okay, so that's all good. Now, I don't know where that's used. Is that here? Where is that? Different between piano and acid. Different patterns, obviously, right? Must be a different pattern. Okay, so piano 1, drums. Let's see, double click. So that's this. That's awesomeness. Drums 4. Now, this is a thing that is so somewhat confusing, but I think I get it. I'm hearing all these other sounds, but all I see is it's just a kick, right? Kick, yeah. But I'm hearing all these other things. Now, this channel rack, see, this is drums 4. See that okay. Okay, see, yeah. So I comprendo now. These are these. So you see how up here, I don't know what these are called. Whatever these are called. Pattern, look how when I click on it, it changes. I guess these are the channel rack labels. Let's just call it that, right? These are the channel rack labels, yeah. Whereas this is the actual arrangement view. So that's awesome. Because, yeah, because up until now, when I was playing with this earlier, I was just going up here and I don't know, I was getting even more lost. Pattern 1. Now, pattern 1, that's the piano roll, which is great. That's the actual MIDI. But, okay, so let's close this channel track. Okay, if I click on this, it shows me that, but it doesn't show me that. Okay, what I want is this. Okay, this channel rack, this is something I do know. I know, shocking. This channel rack, all this stuff that you see, only belongs to pattern 1. Because if you look, even though when I press on drums, it's going to look very similar, you're going to notice it's not the same. See how you have all the drum stuff? Because it's called drums. You have the kick, the hats, clap, no shaker. Whereas if you click on pattern 1, now why doesn't it automatically change it? That's lame. It should. I do this all the time. See, pattern 1 is just the piano and the bass, I think. That's bass A, right? Now, why? Oh wow, it keeps going. Does it? Where is the rest? Where is the rest? How do I... Oh yeah, see, it's super long. How many bars is that? Like 24 bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 right there. I'm not going to count this, but it's probably like 36, maybe 24. Is this how you minimize? No, I don't know what that's for. What is this for? What is this for? That's interesting. Anyway, so I don't really know how to, I mean, unless I just keep going here and just do this, right? Is that how you see the whole thing? Yes, no? I get that. Where is the, how come I can't see the rest? I don't know. Is that the rest? No, there's more, right? Yeah, there's all this. I don't know how you see the whole thing. Anyway, I guess there's some limit on that. So, once again, let's yeah, I hear a bass on here, which is that great. Now, I don't know how to. Now, does this have both? Gray, I believe, is the bass. I'm pretty sure. Because if I do this, that's the bass. Okay, so my point with this was, I'm going to move you, little transistor bass. There. I love how it goes behind this. See, like things like that I just love about this. Now, channel track rack, I don't know if I can describe this or compare it to Ableton in any way. I don't think there's, and if there is, it's not a fair comparison. It's not the same. So let's check here. Everything okay here? All right. So now, let's continue here on this show and tell Wednesday. So drums, yeah, why doesn't it just, is there any way to show, I don't know, this is this kind of stuff that does drive me nuts about programs. Why, if this is open, when I switch to drums 4, doesn't it just change it? Why do I have to open that thing every time? Like, come on. Now, if I go up here, it does change it, see, which is nice. But this is so intuitive and easy. Why doesn't it just change? Select group open in project browser? No, see, that's not even what I wanted. I don't want to open in project browser. Anyway, I don't know where that is. I think it was there. Anyway, see, like I shouldn't have to do this. Like, you know how I'm changing it up here and it changes it, see, with me? That's the way it should be with these. I don't know. Otherwise, what's the point of having these there? I don't get it. So anyway, pattern 1, drums, that's that pattern, which is nice. See? And now these sounds, these samples, I don't know where they're getting them from. Obviously from some drum pack or something. There's down here, for example, it says packs. Drums, so it must be from these. I would imagine they're from the stock attack kick. Is there something called attack kicks? Groove. I don't see anything called attack kicks. Groove bias. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be a lot of things to look for here. Kicks. Maybe there's something here called attack kicks. I don't see anything called attack kicks. Yeah. So Pax, Legacy. See, I mean, it'd be a matter of looking through all these. Where's like hip hop? I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just too much to look through all their packs, drum, Legacy, risers. I don't even know if they have them in there. So I don't know where these attack kicks are coming from. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to search either. So sound fonts. Those are slides, rendered, recorded. Project Bones, my project, miscellaneous impulses. I don't know what these are. Shared data envelopes, demo projects. We know what that is. Backup is backup scores. I don't know what that is. Mixer presets. Like mastering stuff. Okay, channel presets. Oscillator. Slicer, plug, sampler. And these must be like instruments, or yeah, we have a sampler in Ableton. keys, which is, these are all instruments, it seems like, right? Generators, they call them generators. So that makes sense. Effects are effects, which is great. Including the famous, yes, gross beat, which I tried to get that on a Mac. My goodness. I mean, I got it for a while, but then I don't know, with some bridge thing that I paid $10 for, I regret now. But I ended up getting halftime for $6, $10. I don't know how much it cost, which was nice, which is just as awesome as gross beat. But gross beat is the rage. Plug-in database effects. These are all built in. And I think the main one that is, well, reverb is obviously important. And then, I think you drag them on here, but I'm not going to do that right now. Distortion, dynamics. The one I'm looking for is the EQ. Yeah, this. I don't know why it's under filter. Are EQs filters? I didn't think they were. But this is the one that's used often, at least on all the videos that I see, is the parametric EQ2. And then as far as reverb, they use this one. Fruity Reverb 2 is the one I see the guys use primarily. And I guess they probably use delay too. I don't know. Flanger, gain, it is what it is. Miscellaneous, Edison. I think Edison is like a sound editor from what I was reading or playing with. Yeah, I think it's important, but I'm not sure how. Effector, vocoder, gross beat. There's a famous gross beat. Pitcher, vocodex. Yeah, those are all good. Patcher. I don't know what these are. Patchers, obviously. Visuals, big clock. Yeah, these are all just obvious stuff. Yeah. Visualizers and the such. So those are the effects. Generators, we already said. All the different instruments, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we won't go through all those. Plug-in presets. Okay, now, for example, like, I think... no. Where are my VSTs, for example? I think they're plug-in presets. VST? No. I don't know where mine are. Maybe they're here. I think they're here. No. These are all their built-in stuff. Plug-in presets. You would think it'd be here, right? VST, like here. Generators. These are all their stuff. Yeah, those are not mine. Maybe it hasn't loaded all of mine, but that wouldn't make any sense, right? Because I think, like, you know, remember we saw Massive and whatever? Those were mine. I don't know where they are. Packs? No, packs are packs. Loops. I think these are all just built in. Mixer presets. Yeah, those are not. Channel presets. Plugin. You'd think it'd be here. Yeah, these are not mine, though. Generators. You would say it's here, right? VST. Plugin database effects. These are all their stuff. Yeah, I don't see them here. Anyway, one thing that I did learn earlier is if you want to bring in like my sample packs that I have. So I would go to File Settings. And here where it says File. What was I thinking about the plugins, right? I wonder if there's a way to bring those in here anywhere. I don't think so. Transient, debug, I don't know. File, you click on this, and then I'm going to go to my Dropbox and sample packs and bring in all my sample packs. And so there they are, somewhere here, right? There it is. See, so those are all my sample packs, which is nice. I don't know where my plugins are, but we'll just have to fight that battle next time. So now, drums 4. That's that. Kick and, as you can see, ouch. Kick and clap only. It's great. Drums 2. Drums, these are all patterns. See, so different drum patterns. How you put them together, I know how to do that. Why do I keep pressing that button? It's this one, which makes no sense. What is that? I don't know. How is that a channel rack? No idea. Yeah, this is just an extra kit, see? So the way the channel rack works is you load all the stuff that you're going to use, all of these kits and such, which I believe you drag them from, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. For example, let's say I'm here, big meter. No, you don't. I don't think that's what we put on here. Generators. Yeah, let's say a synth classic. Open a new channel. See, send to select a channel or focus plugin. Yeah, I don't know how to do that or what that means, but if I do this, it'll show at the bottom, I believe, down here. So let's see. Yeah, see, there it is. That's what this is, and it's nice. It's my keyboard is controlling it, so which is nice. See, that's a square wave, sine wave, sawtooth. So that's great. These are 3 oscillators. So I call 3 oscillators. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So that's how you add that, and then this is now I'm on drums 2. See right here. So if I was to do this, well, I wouldn't do that because that's not the point of this. With this, what would I do? How do I play something on here? I don't know. I forget. I don't know. These, by the way, these 2, 3, 4s, I think those are on the mixer. So let's say them. See how that nice, that makes sense. Mixer, that icon. See, so 2 goes to a kick, right? Kick. See, 3 hat, 3 hat. Now these 3 hat, hat, hat. I don't know why all of them say 3. Somehow this 3 must have all those things in it, right? Because I don't see all these 3s. See how it says 3, 3 for all the hats and shaker, all 3s. So let's see here. Let's solo this guy. Okay, song. Well, there it is. I don't know what I'm doing there. So never mind. I'm not sure what that accomplished. Besides nothing. Okay. Okay, so let's get rid of the mixture because that accomplished nothing. No, I just know what it's doing. So now what I wanted to do is to add, you know how it has MIDI here? How do I do that? Oh yeah, piano roll. So right click, piano roll. That's what it was. Yeah. So now these are the ghost notes, which is nice, from HQ Funk Kit. So if you right click and do piano roll, what's graphic editor? I don't know. This, which I don't need. Piano roll. Piano roll. It gives you this, and then, yeah, so if I record on here, I believe this will let me. Would you like to record? See, this is where I don't get this. I don't know. Don't ask me that again. Do I have to answer? No, I don't. Good. Now, if I want to record something, which I'm going to just play around here, I press record, I press play. I think, yeah, that recorded that. See it? I mean, that was horrible. See? See, that recorded that. So my point is that on this channel called Drums 2, should say it here somewhere, Drums 2. We have to go all the way up there. Anyway, so Drums 2, which is a pattern I think they use somewhere, I don't know where. Read somewhere. It triggers this kit plus this ugly thing that I just did. So let's get rid of ugliness. Delete. Yes, delete. So now it's back to your regular scheduled programming. So now, so that's how, okay, there it is. So that's how that works. So drums 4 has that pattern. Drums 4. Let's hear this. So sample or pattern. Oh, it's nice. See? Nice, huh? Drums 2. Nice. Drums 2 again, but in red this time. That's the kit. Drums red. It's just the shaker. Nice. Now, what's the point of this? Is the way that, as I said, when you click on this and then you go here, it'll bring in drums. See, that's just genius. I don't know if, was this something I did? This thing here? I think I added that, didn't I? That was just me. Okay, so let's keep going. I like this. We're learning something, I think. I am. So drums, sample, pattern. Perfect, see? Grand piano. Now we're going to see some good stuff, right? Yeah, see? Grand piano, it's the grand piano plugin, this right here, or instrument, or whatever they call it, generator. And then if you double click on this, not that, it has the actual MIDI, meaning someone playing, recording, just like I did earlier. Isn't that great? Now, the effects, I see these are these highlighted? Why is this so orange? See, I wonder if that grand piano has all those effects, or maybe noise effect and all these things are being triggered along with that piano in this channel. It's possible. I don't know. How do I know what all is in this piano? I don't know. This doesn't show me. I mean, it sort of does, but I mean, that's showing me that. Is that affecting anything? I don't think so. I don't know. Track 14. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that all those effects are just this. It has here delay, LFO, reverb, even though it's not even on. How come it's not playing now? I don't know. Why can't it play while I am messing with it? I don't know. Did it affect? I mean, it seems like it affected things, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure about the relationship between those two. I don't know. See, back to these. Anyway, so I don't know. It seems like it affected it, though. Yeah, it definitely added stuff to it. Okay. So that's that, and bass, it's all about the bass. Let's solo that. Now, what instrument is being used here? Yeah, back to these guys, right? The transistor bass, and I think that's the same thing as this. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's what this is. I don't think, come to think of it, that all the effects, if there are any effects, they're added on here. I think, and let's test this theory, bass A, I think they're in the mixer, from what I understand. So see all this stuff here on the right? Can I make this bigger? Like that. So what was that? What was that called? The bass? Just bass? Green? Is there something called bass green here? Bass A. I don't see anything called just bass. So I don't know. Where's bass being used? I think it's just, I don't know. You would think it's this, right? 5 bass A, 5 B. Anyway, yeah, it's this one. Now, when you click on this, like you click on 6, click on 5, notice on the right how it's changing here where it says wait. So see here it says free limiter. So it seems like all it has is a limiter, which is this guy, a limiter. But let's say we're going to play that grand piano thing, right? Which is this. So you notice, see, there it is. See, it has, see, yeah. It has an EQ, love filter, whatever that is. Free filter, a filter, low pass, blah, blah, blah. And then the delay. Yeah, so see, it's doing it at this level. Not, I mean, maybe it has some stuff built into the actual instrument, like reverb a little bit, but it's mostly doing it here at the mixer, which is great. Yeah, I like that. I like the mixer. So bass, we already did that. Piano. Looking at that. Bass 3. It's more of a synth bass. Great. Grand piano again. Is it different from this one? The same one? I don't know. Same one. Why is it twice? No idea. I don't know. Why is it twice? I don't know. Bass 2. Did we already hear that? No. Sounds a little different. Piano 2. Sounds the same to me. Unless it's got different effects. Probably what it does. Bass 4. Yeah, it must be different effects. Let's go to this thing. Limiter versus 5. Yeah, they both have the same thing, really. So I don't know. There must be some difference between them. I don't know what it is. So piano 2, ARP. I like ARPs. Who doesn't like ARPs? What are we using for ARP? Transistor bass? No. I guess so, huh? Really? Wow. It must be an ARP preset or something. Anyway, it's nice. Now, what does it have at the effects level? This ARP. I call it ARP. Delay, effector. What's effector? Reverb. Okay, nice. Okay, so that's that. That's the ARP. Where were we? ARP. Oh, we were here. Drums 3 must be drums. Oh, kind of like a ride or something. That's it. Oh, good. Okay, SFX. Let's see, what is it? Noise. Can't hear it, but I'm sure it's something good. And then the last one is SFX. What does it have at the filter at the yeah. Well, that is the end of the show, boys and girls. That's all the energy I have. I do like this. And these are processors. It's really nice to see these things and to love that. So this is the main view. I do like this. I don't remember seeing this in the other version that I have, or the other earlier. And I guess I like this for those. I don't know. I guess I just do this, really. I don't know if I want all that space there on the left. I would just rather do this. So there you have it. That is FL Studio. I hope that all 50 of you that are watching, 0, have enjoyed this. I know I have. I'm learning a lot. I love FL Studio. I probably, like I said, I'm not going to switch quite yet. I haven't made a beat in like weeks. It's been like 3 days because I've been trying all these different DAWs, but I'll be back to Ableton soon so I can cook up some cool beats. So, could not save. Why? See, this is something that is not letting me save. Save as, right? Oh, it's because it's a demo. That's why it is, huh? Yeah. I hope. Let's put it as here. Let's see. Let's don't know why it's not letting me save. Is it because it's this? What if I save a new version? Maybe that's what it is. Cannot save a new version. What's going on? I don't know. It's not letting me do anything. Save as? Leon. Cannot save the file. I don't know why it's not letting me. Well, anyway, let me check that out. I had that problem earlier. This is the full version, not the demo. I think the demo won't let you save, but this is the full version I have. So, well, thank you guys. With that said, thank you so much for, thank you for your attention. Just fixing some of these things here. And to Head to Toes, thank you so much for being in here earlier. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you next time. Adios.